Welcome back to Inside G2E. Brady Cannon and SportsGrid here with you as our continuing coverage goes on here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada from the convention floor at the Venetian Expo Center. And now, lucky enough to be joined by Robert Kraft. He is the founder and CEO of Atlas World Sports. And Robert, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the program. This is a pretty cool product that you have, I must say. We've just been discussing it for a few minutes here. We'll educate the viewers on all of this in the next few minutes here, but from what I understand, kind of a one-stop shop. You can put all your sports books together into one little app, track all your bets. You can get information about your handicap. There's all kinds of avenues that you can go down with Atlas World Sports and what it provides for sports fans and sports bettors. Even if you just want to check some scores, you've got just about all the bases covered.
That's right. Well, first of all, thank you, Brady, and thank you, SportsGrid, for having me. It's a pleasure. We really consider ourselves an ecosystem for the sports bettor, sports fan. Expedia, hotels tonight, Trivago, whatever you might do to book a flight, a hotel, whenever you're looking to take a trip. We want that sports bettor or sports fan to consider ourselves the same. We're the gateway to partnering with all of the sports books and any of those experiences that come within. So, first and foremost, we're going to show the comparative sports lines, sports, odds.
And a number of different books.
Absolutely. All of the books that are legal within the United States, of course, and then we're looking for further expansion within, Central and South America shortly thereafter. But then secondly, we now are building out kind of our team of sharps so that sports bettor for $20 a month will be able to get actually answers to who they should bet with and the artificial intelligence as well. And if it lines up, that becomes something very valuable, almost the way, within, think about a big retail experience of, the reason we can get certain products at a good deal at Target, like big screen TVs, it's because Target's buying so many from Sony, right? That same kind of concept we want to figure out how to bring to the masses, which we've been working very hard at. And then finally, we have our fantasy platform that will be launching here in the fourth quarter as well.
That's all really a neat sounding product to me and very helpful with a lot of different avenues where you can, whatever your appetite is, you can get a taste of just about anything. Like you said, if you just want to check scores, if you're getting into the daily fantasy, you want to check the lines, there's a lot available there. Again, Atlas World Sports. You mentioned you're bringing on some sharp people who know some stuff, some handicappers. So people can also go there before they make a bet and again, also look, where's the best line? But what I'm getting at is they can go there for advice and research as a part of their trying to figure out what bet they're going to make.
Yeah, that's right, Brady. And we think that's a real valuable, addition that will come here. We'll get our NBA sharps and NHL. We already added our NFL and NCAA football and Gary Green, and we've got a number of other announcements that'll come here soon. And our real thing is, how do we create the greatest user value? And it's a user value to the sports books, it's a user value to all the leagues that we're partnered with, and it's a user value to that end consumer that wants to come in. So we look at it like we want to be that conduit, central nervous system in the middle of all of that, and your freeways, whatever metaphor you'd like to put in there, that's how we want to be considered. Like, come to us first. We're going to be unbiased, so you might as well check us. It doesn't hurt you to look at what we're showing, but also we're going to be able to show you all the balances you have in your sportsbook accounts once you interface those, and you'll know I have $500 in my Caesars account, and maybe I only have $200 in my MGM and $300 in my FanDuel. Okay, great. Well, all else being equal, I want to put a bunch of money on this game, so I've got more in Caesars, and I can just use that account. Great.
I think it's a great tool, and it now reminds me, I'm starting to grab the concept here. I run a golf concierge service, and people come to Las Vegas, and they want to know where can I get a tee time.
Yep.
I've been doing golf here for close to 30 years. I try and guide them in the right direction, and like you said, I have no allegiance. I have allegiance to the customer.
Right.
I want to make their experience the best. I want to optimize them. Very similar service that you're running here. How did you come up with this concept? How long have you been doing it?
Well said. As a golfer, I love that concept as well. So
we'll meet afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk more. But, really, I've been in direct marketing my whole career and as an entrepreneur, and I was always kind of tracking this. I've never been a huge sports bettor, but I've been a huge sports fan.
Right.
And I have friends that are diehard sports bettors, but I just understand the psychology of the consumer. I've always been into retail marketing and consumer-based marketing, and that's what I've always been excited about is why do people buy something? What's the reason you're buying the Frito-Lay chips rather than the generic that are the exact same, value but cost $1 less, but you still went and bought the one that's more expensive? Why? That kind of concept, now we're taking that online, right? And it's no different. It just so happens sports betting is a Trojan horse for what we're doing. We're doing marketing within, but we're making sure we're marketing it to the users the way they want. So I was following all this, and then when the Supreme Court overturned PASPA in May of 2018, that was the ultimate entrepreneur epiphany moment where I just said, we can absolutely build something that is in the middle of all of this. We want to be, the Levi's jeans or the guys selling the pickaxes to the gold miners, right? We just want to be that partner that's just helping you find more gold and have a better experience all the way through. And if we can do that, you're going to come to us day in and day out, and then we can continue to add more value as this industry evolves online.
I really love it. It's like they say when I came here to town, the Strip is the locomotive that drives Las Vegas, but there's all these offshoots where people are, like you say, selling the pickaxe, right?
Yep.
What's next? What do you do? Where's the growth? What are you doing here? And, where do you want to see this in the next 2 years?
Yeah, well, we're very excited about where everything's going, and certainly we all know here in the industry and being at Global Gaming Exposition that the compound annual growth rate is going to continue in double digits for the foreseeable future, certainly 5 years, but we think potentially even a little bit beyond that. So the valuations in companies are going to continue to really increase in a substantial way, regardless of what's going on in a macroeconomic scene. But so for us, we look at it like, number one, we're going to just make sure we do a great job in the U.S. And we're finishing our Series A capital raise, which has been just awesome. It's really just exceeded expectations as far as the folks that are coming out of the woodwork and wanting to write big checks because of what's going on in this industry. It's certainly not because we have solved the equation of world peace or anything to that matter, but if we can bring proper value and an incredible tech stack. We really consider ourselves marketing and tech folks, so we see Central and South America in the next 2 years a real opportunity to partner with those companies, and if we have to change the name from Atlas to something else, which we don't think we will have to because we all know it's a great God, and Atlas I think is a very strong name and to help guide people the right path, just like the old Atlas roadmaps way back when.
Yeah.
When I was a kid and we'd go on road trips, we want to be that same, guide for folks, their quote-unquote road trips throughout sports betting. And I think iGaming is something we're very keen on and keeping an eye on as we go forward as well, because I think, that just becomes a natural bolt-on where all this goes online. But we are also in the Metaverse, so that is a big thing. We partnered with a company, and we have an exclusive deal with them, Ultra Kingdoms. UltraKingdoms.com. They've been approved by Sony for PlayStation Network. They've been approved for Xbox for the Microsoft Network, and they're already in Steam. So we will become the Super Sportsbook within that platform, and there should be more announcements on that coming in the fourth quarter and the first quarter of 2026, worst case. But virtual sports betting will become a reality, and you can put on your headset and take your hovercraft and go into our sports book, and whether you want Caesars or whatever, we're going to help drive that experience.
Great stuff, my friend. Thank you so much again. It's Robert Kraft. He's the founder and CEO of Atlas World Sports. And just another product that we've stumbled across here at G2E that is absolutely engaging. Enjoy the rest of your week, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you, Brady. Appreciate it. Pleasure.